to help her. You got that?
Thank you very much.
All right, I'll see you later.
Thank you.
Okay. Bettie Jo had to show me.
The road to recovery on my 600-pound life is never easy, and sometimes the pressure becomes too much to handle. Emotions run high, tempers flare, and total meltdowns unfold right in front of the cameras. These moments were raw, intense, and completely unfiltered. Here are the most shocking emotional breakdowns ever caught on my 600-pound life. This is Bettie Jo's story. Anytime Bettie Jo sees herself in the mirror, she sees a monster. She hates that her body has become what it currently is. From the moment she wakes up in the morning till when she goes back to bed at night, Bettie Jo's body is constantly in pain. She is 24 years old and she weighs over 600 pounds. Can the doc save Bettie Jo, or is this the end? I guess we'll see. This is how her story begins.
Thing I can. It's hard.
My marriage with Josh is really difficult for us because of my weight. It prevents me from having a real marriage because he has to be my caretaker.
My goodness, it's shocking to see that this is how Bettie Jo lives her life. She finds it very difficult to be able to do anything for herself. Her husband has become her personal caretaker, and she feels very guilty for turning him into that. Sometimes she questions if she's with him because she loves him, or because he is the only one that is willing to take care of her in her current situation. That's a horrible thing to have to feel.
How's your weight loss going? You lost any weight? Doesn't look like since the last time I seen you.
Yeah, I don't have a scale around to weigh. My cousin, she's concerned, so she can be really critical of my weight.
Well, at least it's good to see that someone around Bettie Jo is worried about her weight and how much food she consumes. Bettie Jo does not leave the house. The only time she gets to see people is when they come to visit. Bettie Jo's cousin is worried about Bettie Jo's weight because she knows that if she keeps eating this way, she might end up losing her life. What's worse is that Bettie Jo's husband seems to be an enabler because he is always bringing her food.
When I was 5 years old, I started to become a chunky kid. Then I kept getting worse and worse. By the time I hit 12, I was probably 180 pounds. But when I was 13, my life totally changed.
Bettie Jo, right from the get-go, has always struggled with being overweight. She loved to eat as a child. Where things went south was when she turned 8. She was sexually abused, and that just made her feel very, very sad and depressed. She developed so much anger while growing up, and her only way out of feeling the way she did was to eat as much as she could. Sadly, she had no idea that food was going to get her in some serious trouble.
Right after I turned 17, me and Josh met. I was probably 400 pounds by then. I couldn't hardly walk, and I think that was just my breaking point.
Wow. Bettie Jo really tried to take her life. I'm glad she was not successful with that. It would have been an unimaginable loss for her family. Bettie Jo hit a breaking point right after she met her husband. She did not see the point to living, and she tried to take her life, and luckily for her, she was rushed to the hospital. After that, she just gave up on life, and all she did after the incident was eat and eat and eat.
Very much all the time because you can't stand people's reactions. The way I see myself on the outside, I hate it. On those, I feel judged. Like, look at that fat girl.
Can you really blame her? I mean, food is literally the only thing that makes her happy. It's the only source of joy she has known all her life. But one of the reasons why Bettie Jo hates to go out or can't go out without her husband is because she gets judged by people. They usually refer to her as the fat girl in the neighborhood, and that makes her sad. Deep down, she knows she did this to herself because she allowed food to get the best of her.
His fear is if she loses this weight, then she's not gonna need me no more.
I love her. I don't want her to die at a young age, only 24, but her body's just not gonna.
I'm glad that Bettie Jo understands that if she does not change the way she eats and put an end to how much food she consumes, things might turn out for the worst. Her husband's highest fear is that Bettie Jo might die on him, and that is going to end his world. He knows he is part of the reason that her health has gotten so bad. Another thing that scares him is that Bettie Jo might not need him anymore if she gets better.
We have been in the car for almost 13 hours. I'm ready. We're finally to the doctor's office. I'm just anxious to get in and to see what he has to say.
Wow. 654 pounds is no joke. Bettie Jo and her husband decided it was time to meet up with the doctor and find a solution to Bettie Jo's condition. It was not an easy drive. They got to the hospital and Bettie Jo had to hop on a scale to know her weight. She did so, and it read that she weighed over 600 pounds. Now she feels like she weighs too much, and the doc might not be able to help her with weight loss surgery.
Basically, I've stopped trying to argue with her.
I'm concerned that her husband may be the biggest problem. He's an enabler, but but he's not overweight, which means he's feeding her because he may want her to be large.
All cards are on the table now. This is Bettie Jo's only chance to make things right. Dr. Now told her that she needs to lose at least 30 pounds over the next couple of months. Dr. Now is also worried that her husband might be one of her problems because he is the enabler in the situation. Bettie Jo has one shot to make this count. Let's hope she can give it all she has within the next couple of months.
I have thought about, is it worth it? Should I just go home? But I know if I go back home, my life's pretty much over. I think if we fix it up, it can feel like home.
Now this is amazing to see. Since her appointment with Dr. Now, Bettie Jo has been doing an amazing job with her exercises and diet. She has been on portion control, and she does her exercise regularly. What even gives her the most joy is the fact that her husband has stopped buying junk food, and he has been helping her out with her exercises. This makes me so happy to see that Bettie Jo is giving it all it takes to meet her goal.
Making a big effort.
I've noticed around the house, she don't need my help as much, or getting in and out of vehicles, she don't need my help as much.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the best news you could ever hear. Trust me, Dr. Now wanted Bettie Jo to lose 30 pounds before this appointment. She lost way more than 30 pounds, and now he has approved her for weight loss surgery. Here's the thing, her husband doesn't feel too excited about this news. He tells the doc that he now feels useless since Bettie Jo can do a few things by herself. Let's hope this does destroy their relationship when she has her surgery.
Well, Bettie Jo's surgery went very well, and she should do okay.
Waking up, hon. You're doing great.
I think Bettie Jo's biggest challenge is going to be that she's depending on her husband.
Well, let's hope that the doc is right. Bettie Jo's surgery was a success. She had an amazing surgery without any complications. Dr. Now's biggest worry is that Bettie Jo depends on her husband to do everything for her. Adjusting to a new world where she would have to do everything herself is not going to be easy on her and her husband. The doc is positive that within the next 3 months, Bettie Jo should be able to lose 200 pounds.
Josh promised he was sick. He wasn't here at all for me last. It makes me a little scared because I need Josh more than ever. If it was him, I wouldn't leave his side at all.
Looks like this is what Dr. Now was scared of. Bettie Jo woke up from surgery and the first person she wanted to see was her husband right by her side. Guess what? He was not there, and it made her both upset and sad. Now she feels like if her husband is not by her side as she tries to lose weight, she does not think she will be able to do it. This is a very bad situation.
I know he cares, but I just feel like he's not motivated to help me.
I feel like if we didn't even come down here, she wouldn't be how she is and we'd be okay.
That is definitely not good. It's been a month since Bettie Jo had her surgery, and things don't seem to be going very well at home. Her husband has not been as supportive as he used to be, and it scares Bettie Jo because she thinks she might fail without his support. Her husband, on the other hand, thinks that Bettie Jo is with him because she needs him, and when she no longer does, she is going to walk out of his life.
If she didn't come, we would have lost Bettie.
This is the first time I've seen her like ever.
She was suffering from heat stroke, and somebody as heavy as Bettie Jo, heat exhaustion can be very dangerous.
Phew. For a second there, I thought we were going to lose Bettie Jo. It's been 2 months since his surgery and something crazy happened. Her husband rushed her to the hospital because she was unable to breathe. Apparently, she had a heat stroke, and for someone of her size, she was lucky she came in at the right time. Things could have turned out for the worst. The doc has been able to stabilize her, and he wants to watch her for a couple of days.
It sounds like ultimately you both want to find a way to have like that happiness in the relation together. Okay, well, it was nice meeting you today. Okay.
Nice meeting you.
This is Erica's story. Erica believes that the life she is living is pathetic and disgusting, and at the back of her mind, she knows she is going to die soon if she does not change the way she eats. She is 44 years old and she weighs way above 600 pounds. Once she wakes up, she already starts to feel miserable. Will Dr. Now be able to save Erica? Who knows? This is how her story begins.
And lymphedema everywhere. So walking is very difficult for me. And
well, you can see that food is her happy place. It's literally the only thing that brings her joy. Before she starts her day, she has to put something in her mouth. Every part of her body hurts, and to make things worse for Erica, she has lymphedema everywhere. The only places she gets to walk to in her house are her bed, her toilet, and her kitchen. Food is what helps her forget that she has so much pain to deal with.
when I take a shower, time that I feel clean. There's all these nasty dead skin and folds. Hard to keep clean. Massive body.
Tears could honestly run down my eyes from watching Erica struggle to get out of the shower. Erica's niece is the one who comes to the house to check on her and help her with things around the house. For Erica, having her bath is the most painful aspect of her day. Even though she goes through so much discomfort, she does not allow her niece to help her in the bathroom. Phew, I wonder how things got to this level to begin with.
Think about my weight until I was around 200 pounds then, and the kids at school, they would say this, but none of it would hurt as much as when my...
No child should ever have to feel that way. As far as I am concerned, that's the worst feeling in this world. As a child, Erica always struggled with food. Her mom usually cooked in large portions, so food was always available for Erica and her siblings. What really hurt Erica was the fact that her father never made her feel like she was his daughter. He would say hurtful words to her all because she was big. All she ever wanted was her dad's love.
I was so afraid he'd find, and all the pain and fear inside me just made me want to eat.
And just when you thought you had heard it all, the bomb drops. Erica is a strong woman to have survived something like that. Erica's life changed when she started dating her boyfriend back then. He took her to a house and she was sexually assaulted by him, his best friend, and 3 other guys that were in the house. Erica was devastated by the incident. She told her mom and begged her not to tell her dad. The only way for her to survive all of that was to eat her way through the pain.
Goodbye. Everyone was able to hear goodbye. I meant to say goodbye to her. I did.
Wow, Erica has been through so much trauma while growing up. Aside from food, Erica's mother was the only friend she ever had. Her mom got into an accident, and the only way she could stay alive was through a ventilator. When it was time to say goodbye, everyone hugged Erica's mom except Erica. She didn't want to disrupt the machines that were keeping her mom alive due to her weight, so she held her mom's hand rather than hugging her. Till today, that remains her biggest regret.
Very slow, agonizing, painful death. I made a promise to my mom that I was going to...
Erica is not wrong about that. Erica knows that she is running out of time, and if she does not make the necessary changes that she needs to make, her body is going to give up on her. Before her mother died, she made a promise that she was going to try to lose some weight. It's been 2 years now, and Erica has added more than 200 pounds. I think she is finally ready to take the right step and head in the right direction.
That I did.
I'm gonna fall.
Well, it's too late to turn back now. Erica reached out to her sister to help her out with meeting up with Dr. Now. Her sister agreed, and they headed down to Houston. Erica started to feel some pain in her legs, and so they had to put a stop to the journey and book a hotel. Now Erica says that if she knew it was going to be this stressful, she wouldn't have bothered to reach out to the doc. At least she knows it's for the best.
Urine.
So I'm going to send us to pick you up and bring you to our hospital already.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
You should see how my heart skipped when she said her urine was bright red. That was very scary to hear. Erica tried to use the toilet at the hotel, and she noticed her urine was bright red. She called the doc immediately and told him what she had noticed. Dr. Now then told her that he was going to send an ambulance to come pick her up and bring her down to the hospital as soon as possible. I just hope things are not so bad, and it's not too late to save Erica.
He's motivated by the idea of change, ready to do the hard work. I need to give them a wake-up call, so she and her family...
Erica's weight is pretty much on the high side. She weighs 661 pounds. Her body is under a lot of stress and it's starting to give up due to her size. Erica's sister feels like Erica is going to fail because she has tried to lose weight in the past and it was a total failure. At the same time, she is worried that Erica does not have much of a choice other than to lose weight or else she is going to lose her life. Phew, this is one difficult position that Erica is in.
Since I've been back, I've been alone. But I worked up the courage and I could go over to his place to see the family dinner. Hi.
Hi.
I'm having some trouble.
Some issues.
I'm not going to lie, it's sad that Erica's family does not want to be around her in this difficult time. The doc discharged her from the hospital and told her that he wanted her to lose 50 pounds before he agreed to approve her for weight loss surgery. It has not been easy, but Erica has been doing the best that she can. Now she needs someone to move down to Houston with her, and she hopes that her brother will say yes.
Stop yelling
I
at
don't
me.
know what
Stop.
it is. Answers to that question. I feel like
You're being mean, right? You're yelling at me.
because you hurt my feelings.
Well, I hurt your feelings because I told you the truth.
I used to go.
Erica is not having it easy with her weight loss journey. Her brother did agree to move down with her to Houston, and in a way, it made Erica happy. Her sister then came down to see her and have a conversation with her. Erica explained to her sister that losing weight is not as easy as she thought it would be because she can't eat what she wants, and food is what helps her get through the pain. Erica also feels like her sister is not as supportive as she would like her to be.
And there's nothing else I can do except wait for death because no one will help me. This past month, I felt so out of control and abandoned, I don't know what to do. So I scheduled a call with Dr. Now to talk to him because no one will help me.
That's a good sign. I can't remember the last time Erica had a big smile on her face. Looks to me like she is starting to get better, and that's really good. It's been a while since she visited the hospital, and she is finally under the 600s. This is her third appointment with the doc, and she wants to know if she would be approved for weight loss surgery. I guess only Dr. Now can give that answer. Let's see what he has to say.
I'm very nervous and I'm scared, that's all. I just got here. I know what I need to do.
I want her to understand the hard part is not over yet, and she still has a lot of work to do.
This is Charity's story. Charity feels like a monster anytime she looks at herself in the mirror. She cries every morning because she hates how she looks, and she feels like that's how she's going to be for the rest of her life. Watching herself become this fat is devastating, and she hates herself for it. Will Dr. Now be able to help her? Here is how her journey starts.
I'm embarrassed of my body. I don't want anybody to see it. I mean, I look completely different than anybody else, so I'm embarrassed of me.
Oh my God, how did Charity allow herself to get this bad? She can't even go to the toilet herself. She says that the toilet seat can't take her weight, so the toilet is brought to her room. Jeez. Now I understand why she says she looks like a monster.
I want her to be healthy so she can be around.
I'm happy and I love being around, so I take care of her every day.
I'm not going to lie. She is very lucky that she has a fiancé who loves her and a daughter who always wants to take care of her. If these two individuals were not in her life, I'm afraid things would have turned out for the worst.
My body is literally falling apart. I just never dreamed my life could get this bad. I had a pretty bad childhood. My father was a drunk.
Geez, her body is actually falling apart. She has open wounds, and every time they heal and close up, they tear open again. How did she do this to herself?
I remember running when it was time for him to get off work. He would throw the dishes out of the cupboard and he would punch us in the back of the head, and it felt like my whole life was in panic all the time.
That clearly explains a lot. Charity says that while she was growing up, her father would always get drunk and beat her up. The only way she could survive was to eat, and she loved sneaking out in the middle of the night to have some cake.
It's the wrong thing to do, and it feels like that's the only choice. It doesn't even feel like me. It's just something's taken over me. Like I really have to have it.
My mom gave up on herself.
Well, if she doesn't want her daughter to turn out like her, she needs to change a lot of things, starting with how much food she consumes. She eats like she might die if she doesn't. Even her daughter is scared that she might find her mother dead on some random morning.
An ambulance, and it takes a lot of guys usually to live or in a hospital. I've never had a life, so I don't know what I'm missing.
For a second there, I was wondering how they would get her to see the doctor. At least that answers that question. Charity decides it's time to see Dr. Now and see if there is a chance she can be saved.
You never get food. Who get the food for you?
My fiance and my daughter. And she has a problem with overeating too. It's a family thing.
Clearly in pretty bad shape.
That is devastating. Dr. Now says that she might soon lose the ability to even stand up at all. Her wounds from all the fat she has don't heal, and he needs to run some tests to see how much damage has been done. Wow.
Now the other side. All right, 178. Charity is almost 800. If I send her home, sir, this may be the last time I...
Seems like that's the only option at this point. Dr. Now can't send her home because he feels that if he does, that might be the last time he ever sees Charity. Let's hope checking her into the hospital is going to do her some good.
My whole life I've been used to eating until you're full. I've never what's on my plate and then that's it. I still have a lot of cravings, but I only have what they bring me.
That question has been answered. So far, Charity has been eating only what the hospital gives her. There's no outside food, and she seems to be getting used to it. I hope she can stick to that, but at the same time, it's not going to be easy.
But the doctor said I'm doing well enough to go home.
Get on there and hands off.
Proud of the weight I've lost.
We got Charity's health going in the right direction now.
That's intense. Dr. Now says that he wants to see if Charity can lose weight on her own. All this while, the hospital has been helping her make those decisions. Now he wants to know if she can lose weight all on her own. Let's see if she keeps up.
You are trying to lose.
Okay, but honey, you'll thank me later.
Stay back in the car.
No, because we're good. Sorry for your luck. I'm going extreme. I'm going hard. This is my surgery or not.
I mean, she isn't wrong. I love the fact that she's telling her husband and daughter to get rid of all the things that are bad for not just her, but also the both of them. They don't seem to be pleased with her decision, but guess what? It's not their call.
I know I have to show the doc I can do this on my own, but I'm really anxious right now.
And right now, are you?
No. I can't weigh myself. I have no idea what kind of progress I have made.
That is discouraging. Charity has been able to lose only 18 pounds in the past month, which is less than half of what she's meant to lose. We all know Dr. Now is going to be disappointed with this result.
My weight is up to 709.
You didn't lose the amount of weight I wanted, but 18 pounds show me that you can do this. It's ideal for Charity to 650 pounds for surgery.
Well, that came as a shock. Definitely wasn't expecting him to say that. Dr. Now tells Charity that he will approve her for weight loss surgery, but will keep her in the hospital so she can cut down her weight to at least 700 pounds. That's amazing, and she is so excited.
It will change the digestive system, so she'll be able to eat small amounts real quick and help her to lose some weight. The pouch look okay, and we're in good shape.
Charity undergoes her surgery and, in Dr. Now's opinion, she had a successful surgery. What's left for her now is to carry on with her weight loss. But first, they need to make sure she's okay to leave the hospital.
I'm sure somebody called and told you. We're ready for your parents to go. Lose the weight so I could go see her. But the weight stopped me from saying I didn't lose enough in time. I'm always going to remember that.
That is heartbreaking and devastating to hear. Charity's mom passed away, and it breaks her down into a million pieces. She hoped that she would be done with her weight loss journey before her mom passed, but sadly, that was not the case.
Since I found out about my mom's death, it's been really hard not to run to food. Is what I know when I hurt. I've known since I was a child. I could resist the cravings but it's too hard right now.
I can't be the only one who saw this coming. After Charity's mom passed away, the only way she knew how to handle the situation was to go back to eating. That's just disappointing.
This is not good. I feel really discouraged right now. I know I haven't done great these past few months, but that's a lot less than I thought.
Well, she did this to herself. All she managed to lose was 11 pounds. She has just one job to do, and she fumbled it. Dr. Now is definitely not going to go easy on her. It's sad to see that all her progress is going down the drain.
What are your hopes for yourself?
Get healthy, and I want to take care of myself, give everything, and just move on.
Well, I think this is a good start to kind of get those thoughts and feelings outside of yourself.
Let's just say she made the right choice going to therapy. Dr. Now told her that therapy would help her heal her internal wounds. Looks like he was right after all. Charity has been through so much, but at least she's been able to get it off her chest.
Today we're going to see Dr. Now. I qualify for skin surgery. I know I've made some progress. I fit in a regular vehicle. It opens up a whole new world.
Wow, that's some insane progress Charity has made. She's cut down over 100 pounds, and she seems to be very excited. She has every reason to be, given the fact that she's been through so much. I'm sure the doc will be proud of her results.
We're gonna approve you, and we're gonna schedule you for next month. This surgery will help Charity a lot. It's gonna help her to lose more weight and be more active, address the upper mass. As soon as that heals, we can address the